Hello to Miss Michelle. So today we are group one. We are going to introduce our poster. Our topic is the differences between the Montessori approach to one other curriculum approach. So the first one, Montessori approach will have child-centered learning. It also emphasizes self-direct learning. Also, it means that children can choose their own activities within a prepared environment, and they also can explore the environment and learn by their natural curiosity. So, but the traditional approach will be teacher-centered learning. So, it is in a traditional settings. Learning is more structured and direct by the teacher, and the children are often expected to follow a set curriculum and engage in whole group instruction. So for the environment, in the Montessori approach, it will be a prepared environment. So the classroom are designed to support independence, exploration, and hands-on learning. All the materials in this in the classroom are developmentally appropriate and encourage self-correction. So if we look at the traditional approach, it will be the predefined curriculum, and it will be a traditional classroom tend to follow a set syllabus of and timeline, focusing on rotes learning and direct instruction. So I will pass to Chauro to another differences.
Good day, Miss Michelle, my friend. I will continue to introduce the differences between these two approaches. Role of the teacher of Montessori teacher act as guide rather than traditional instructor. Observe the children and provide them with appropriate activity, but do not interfere with the learning process. Means the teacher will guide, observe, and provide activity when needed, allowing children to learn through their discovery. On the other hand, traditional instructors take on a role of the primary source of knowledge, controlling the pace and direction of lesson. For example, the teacher will tell the children the task or question of the lesson today and teach them step by step how to solve the problem and get the good result. Such as teacher might introduce a mathematics lesson on addition. The teacher will explain the concept, demonstrate the step to solve an addition problem on the board, and then guide the student through similar problem, telling them exactly what to do at each step. And the student will follow the instruction to arrive at the correct answer. And the next is mixed-age classroom. Montessori approach allow children of different age to learn together, encouraging peer learning and collaboration. For example, in a Montessori classroom, 6-year-old children might help a 4-year-old children with a task and acting as a mentor while reinforcing their own understanding. Younger children observe and learn from older peers, while older children develop leadership and teaching skills, creating a collaborative and supportive learning environment. However, the traditional approach will group children by age, meaning all students are at a similar developmental stage. This limits interaction across age group and reduce opportunity for peers learning, as children might mainly work with others at the same developmental level. For example, in a traditional classroom, all 5-year-old children are taught together, and there's less chance for older students to mentor younger one. And the last is holistic development. For the Montessori approach, they ensure that all children are not only scholar challenged, but also develop emotionally through self-awareness and socially through interaction with peers, physically through hands-on activity and exercise, supporting their well-rounded growth. And on the other side, traditional approach assume all children will reach the same developmental milestone at the same age, following a one-size-fits-all approach. This method gives less attention to individual learning style, ability, or pacing, accepting children to progress uniformly regardless of their unique needs or weakness. So there are the difference between Montessori approach and traditional approach. Now I will pass to Stella and Aijin for another part. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And I will explain about the key elements of Dr. Maria Montessori educational philosophy. And the first point we are going to explain is about the sensitive period. Children are going through a specific times in their development when they are particularly receptive to certain skills. For example, there is a sensitive period for language development, where children easily pick up language.
For the implication of sensitive periods, teachers should observe this period and provide appropriate activity that match the current development focus. For example, if there's periods of sensitive period for language development, at this period, teachers are encouraged to teach about the language and the children to learn. And this period, they are achieve a high LAD development. This means in this period, they are very, very actively learn in selectively topic like language. For the next one, Stella will explain about the absorbent mind.
Okay, number 2 is absorbent mind. Okay, young children have an extraordinary ability to observe information from their surroundings effortlessly, particularly through sensory experiences.
For this absorbent mind, teacher will create a stimulating environment full of sensory experiences, for example, texture, sounds, and visual, to facilitate natural learning. At this absorbent mind, teacher is providing like certain type of the texture, got soft, got hard, for the children to hands-on, to touch, to feel, and they will learn the differences by using this experience. The next one is the independence and autonomy by Stella.
And independence and autonomy. Children have an inherent desire to do things on their own and learn through self-directed activities.
Yeah. For the independence and autonomy, teacher will offer opportunity for the children to make choices and complete tasks independently, which fosters self-confidence and responsibility. So the children will hands-on and do the activity which is chosen by themselves. They are freely to choose and freely to select what period of time, how long they want to play by the independence and autonomy. Next is the movement and learning.
Movement and learning. Physical activity and movement are crucial and important for cognitive and intellectual development. Children learning best when they are physically engaged.
So for the movement and learning, children is allowed children to move freely and interact with their environment to integrate physical activity with learning. That means they will provide an environment that's full of like trampoline or any jumping, rolling, crawling for the children to explore by themselves. From there they can learn the body coordination, the hand-eye coordination by doing the activity. So it is good for movement and learning. Next one is the whole child development.
And the last, whole child development. Montessori education addresses all aspects of a child's development, which are cognitive, emotional, social, and physical development, to ensuring a balanced growth.
To provide a whole child development, the teachers is provide a supportive, well-grounded educational environment that encourages social interaction and emotional health along with academic learning, which means children learn to express their feeling and they can able to share, they're able to tell, they're able can learn, they're able to social interaction between the peers and teachers, and among them, from there they will learn and share the ideas of what they can learn in terms of academic and non-academic also. Thank you. Differences between the Montessori approach to one another curriculum have many different benefits. For example, Montessori approach is allow children to choose and select what is the development, what they want to learn, and allow them to explore the learning experience. For traditional approach, it is only limited, only got one pathway that only set up by the teachers. So the learning experience is so much different than the Montessori approach. So we can conclude that the Montessori approach is able to learn more things because as the available of the materials is so many, so the choices is many, which allow the children to learn more. And for the key element of Dr. Maria Montessori educational philosophy, there is the sensitive period, absorbent mind, independence and autonomy, movement and learning, and also the whole child development is very useful and great for a children grow. So we are very support Montessori curriculum because it is allow the children to choose and experience more things than a traditional approach, that they are able to doing the intellectual, cognitive, intellectual, social, and also physically approach that is allow a children to able to interaction, explain, and share the ideas, which is very good than the traditional approach. So we conclude that we are more like about the Montessori approach by doing the assignment. Thank you.